Hi everybody, welcome back to Sky Factory 3, episode 40 with me, Sid, and I'm just here on the blood altar, which is happily chugging away here, and keeping it stocked up and making sure this blood goes into our LP network. It appears that I was overzealous with this. I don't believe we can get a tier 6 altar in this pack. Because I don't think we have the realms to do the demon summoning thing. Did a lot of googling around, just checking and looking for anybody who'd done it, and yeah, nothing. So this around here is largely superfluous, but I'm thinking that what we're going to do is we're going to kind of do some woodwork around here, but I want to automate the production of slates. Hello, what we got? Yeah, well, we'll have it. Yeah, production of slates, all nicely automated. And I've been umming and ahhing about how best to do it. Do we, use, I don't know, Ender-IO piping, for example, or extra utils pipes, or whatever they may be. And it occurred to me that, of course, Blood Magic has its own mechanism, which is actually very good for doing this kind of work. And that's the routing nodes. These ones, master routing node, item routing node, and various other bits and pieces. Now, to do that, we're going to need several things. We're going to need a node router, which is going to need a reinforced slate. We're going to need a item filters, which need blank slates. So we're going to need 4 of those, I think. 4 of those, 4 blank slates, a reinforced slate, and then we're going to need a master routing node, which is going to be an imbued. So that's 4, 5, 6 basic slates, and I don't know whether I've got any more slates. I've got a basic slate, so I need to get some stone. Let's get 8 slates, and we'll just keep these guys going, because the slates are important for several reasons, not least of which is the ability to make the ritual stones, which we're going to need to make a well of suffering. So the more automation we have, the better. Die. Yeah, so I will get these and I will be right back with you. Alright, I think we've got most of what we need. So first things first, let me go in and go at blood. So we want to make a node router. So we need a reinforced slate, a stick, and 2 lapis, and stick. Okay, let's get the router going, shall we? And we should have, let me just double check. If I were a node router, where would I be? We need a common, it's going to consume 5 and it needs a minimum of 400. I think we're alright. We'll have a stick and a reinforced. So that's that one. Bing! Node router. We're going to want to make some of these with the blank slate. So that's a stone, glass, and that. And it's going to consume 10. Okay, bit of stone. I need 4, I said, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Some glass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'd forgotten all about these, you know, and they are actually pretty good. So that will give us the filters, and then, well, that will give us these, the frame parts. And I tried to use this going back a bit actually in my tend to do a mage based series on the, I can't remember what the series was called now, it's completely gone. The Hoofer, right, let me have a look at blood, and I want these to be precision. I'm not bothered about them in MBT, mod items, or dictionary, or fluid. I want them to be precision. So we're going to be using, I'm guessing that, is that just going to be just glass? I can't imagine it's Ender IO as well. Yeah, there you go. And sticks. So we're going to want glass and sticky sticks. And we're going to want our crafting paddle, and we shall make these, where are you, those with like that. Oops. And then that. And I've done that completely wrong, haven't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Oops, no. And then, yeah. So we can chuck that away and that away. So we've got those. We've got that. Now the next thing we're going to need is our nodes. And we need to make a master node, which is a diamond, a block of iron, and that. And it requires 200 diamond, a block of iron, and that. So we'll go grab a diamond, grab a block of iron, and we shall place those in, and that should have plenty of juice in it to do this. Lovely. Master routing node. And then the final thing we need is 4, well, we need 2 of each of these. So we need a routing node, which is stone, glass, redstone, and glowstone. Should have kept the stone, shouldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4 stone, and then we need a redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, and glowstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, and glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should give us 4 item nodes. Now, while that's doing, those are done with for the time being. 1, 2. So this is an interesting system. So what I'm going to want to do for starters is I'm going to probably build a roof over here to come over this with some leaves, because I'm going to want to make this permanent. But our nodes, our uses for those are iron for output, gold, so we need 4 more redstone, 4 more glowstone, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need 2 iron and 2 gold. 1, 2, and that helps if you do this right. Gold. 1, 2. So let me just double check. We're going to do, that's input, that's output. That's fine. So we're going to have 4 of those. We're going to have 4 of those. We're going to have 4 of those. We're going to have 2 of those. That will do its thing. There's still a reasonable amount of juice in there, and it's not costing too much, which is nice. And then we'll stick those in, take those out, and all being well and good and fancy will be there. Right, got those. So the next thing I think we need to do is we need to plan how I want to build the cover over this. And of course we're going with good old wood because, you know, we're a tree. And I think we can go from this pillar here now. And let me go, we can see that that's not lit, but that's fine. This is going to be the point that we come up, and we're going to just come all the way up the outside like this on both sides. Help. And then we'll get some leaves on that, and the world will be good and happy. That's the theory anyway. So I will get this quickly built in, and I'll just stick a torch on the top for now. Let me just kind of plan myself out here a little bit. and I will be right back with you. Alright, we have got, where are we? A very loose structure going here right now. Die, and let's have that back out for now. We don't really want that going on. So what we need to do next is I could do with some seared bricks, 1, 2 of those, and what we're going to do is we are going to take out this, and we're going to replace you there, and we're going to take out this, and we're going to replace you there. With me? Good. Master routing node up there. That's why I wanted this structure in, because I want to finalize what this is all going to look like. And then we're going to have, now this is where life gets a little bit fun. Let's go and grab some chests. A couple of gold ones I think will be more than adequate. And we're going to have chest here, chest here. These guys need to shut up. So how to use this now? This network is strange. You would think that you input into the network and output out of the network, and it's not. You output from the real world into the network. So this is going in, and then you output from the real world, aka here, back into the network, and then we're going to input from the network into the real world, and there. Okay, with me so far. Took me a while to figure this one out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shift right click and then we should see, no, so shift, oh there we go, that's linked. So we and then link, bang and link, and bang and link. So we should see we've got that going on. These are completely invisible normally, so that's fine. Right, we need, these guys need to shut up. I can't wait till we're into Well of Suffering territory. Okay, so armed with that, we can get on with the next stage. So I'm going to take some stone. We'll just take a stack, and we should have a blank room. So we're going to take our precise item filter, and we're going to start off here on the downside, otherwise known as here. This is all sidedness. So we're going to start off here on the downside, and we are going to tell it to dump blank slates, all blank slates go in here. And then we're going to come over to here, and we're going to come on the, now this side here is the west side, and we're going to stick in a blanks, and we are going to tell it to take all blank slates out of there and put them into here. Right. And we can get clever with it. I just don't, oops, not those. I just don't see a great deal of point in getting clever with it. What we shall do then is we'll stick those 3 slates in there. They're done with. Now on here we are going to, oh, hang on, this, that's output. Okay, I'm not, hang on. Take those out. This one here is going to be, again on the downside, it's going to be having one of those. It's going to take just one. one of those, and we are going to say output 1. And then over here we've got the final one, and this is on the east side. We're going to take you and we are going to do that, and you are going to input 1. So in theory, if I place that in there, have I done these the wrong way around again? I may have done them the wrong way around again. Let me just work this one out. I'll be back in a mo, because it always does my head in the logic and I can't concentrate with those idiots talking in the background. Stop talking. Right, yes, back in a mo. Alright, apart from these noisy gits, what we should have now is I've made one of each of the slates that we can make. So this is saying that all of the blank slates are taken out, and this will continue to do those until there are 64 of them. So let's try that out. If I put in, I'm not sure how many I've got there. How many was it? 2. Well, actually, if I did I just stick a whole load of slates in there? No. What did I do with all those slates that I had? Oh, I used them, didn't I? Duh. So I need 63. There's some more stone. Stone. There you go. There's 64 there, and there's 2 in there. So if I take 63 of those and place them in here, that should start cooking one at a time. Just start passing those through the system. There's quite a lot of life actually in this thing already. This has got 26,000. So that's 3 any moment now. Oops. There's 4, and it's going to keep on going until that's empty. All I have to do currently is give these guys a little love tap periodically, which is fine. So I'm going to let this run now. What should happen is that the 64th one should stay in there and cook all the way up to a demonic. Currently in this setup, this is doing up, taking stone, east, taking stone, west, slate, down, slate. Yeah. So let this cook. I'm going to do a little bit of structural work around the place just to tidy this up a little bit and start making some changes, and I'll be back with you in a mo. Alright, we're getting very close. We've got 62, 63's in, and while that's been doing, I've done this section here. So we've managed to greenify this. This is going to take a lot of leaves, and we're going to also need to bring some more branches in and stuff, because at the moment it looks very bare. That's why I'm growing my trees. And 63, here we go. This just should be 64 any moment. There. Right. So this is where I am. I could have done this with much less, but obviously I need loads of these slates anyway. So not a big problem. It's not been taken out, and now it is cooking. Excellent. So what I'm thinking is reinforced slates. Let us go over here and go and put those in at there, and then we'll pop the reinforced slates in here at, say, 32, and then we shall, it's already cooked it, you see. So then we can go and take the imbued slates, and we can do those, and we can pop the imbued slates in here at 32 as well, maybe. And then we'll take the demonic slates and we'll have those in here as well, and they will go in here at I'm going to go with 16 demonics. And then all we need to do is we go into here, we go grab some stone, stone, take what we got, and then make me 256, start, bang, bang, and bang, we'll pop the 20 back, and they can all go in, and that's off and doing its thing. Now in theory what should happen now is that should cook through to slate. It'll then cook through to the next one, the reinforced slate, which it is doing because it can't, there's no space in there for anything else, and what will happen is once that is reinforced it will go into the chest in theory. However, why are we doing all this? Well, partially we're doing all this because I want to get away from having to do that. Oh, yep, it's gone. Excellent. So now there's 3. And what we're going to want to do is we need to get into the rituals, specifically the Well of Suffering, which you know, we shall need down the line. Now the ritual stones, let's have a look. Ritual, so we need a ritual diviner dusk. So basically we're going to need 2 demonic slates for that. The ritual diviner, which is all of these are just fairly simple infusions, diamonds and so forth, and an elemental inscription, which is that stuff. And then we're going to need a master ritual stone, which is going to take eventually is just ritual stones, which if we can get, well, let's go for a ritual stone. Takes reinforced slates, 4 of, makes 4, and then we need 1 of those to make that. And once we're on with all of that, we should be able to get going with the things. In fact, I'm very tempted. I think that reinforced wants to be 64. It's going to be a bit of a pain, but at the end of the day, right now, at this moment, I've got nothing better to do than do this and also chop down leaves and keep expanding on this platform. So I'm going to just keep doing this until I've got that whole stack of things. Now, one thing we could do, actually, just thinking about this, is we could go for some speed runes. Which basically uses 2 more blank slates and sugar and stone and 1 of those. That could speed us up, and that might be worthwhile spending some of these on. So let me half of those 16. So if I come down here and take out 16 of these, then we'll be good. Yeah, let me do that. Back in a moment. Alright, let's see how these go. So this is still making, it should be back making these things because, and they're dog slow. So let's see how 16 speed runes will help. And probably the downside to this will probably be that I go through blood at nobody's business. But yeah, look at that. Completely different. 50. 51. That is going to make a big difference. It's all going to make a big difference to how much blood we use. But right now, that's not a major issue. Okay, I'll continue on, and I will be back with you in a little while. Alright, so I've stopped it at 47 of these reinforced runes. These are used obviously to make the ritual stone, and we use the ritual stone to make the master ritual stones. So first things first, we need to get into a ritual diviner, and for that we're going to need a magma cream, a obsidian, a lapis block, and a ghast tear. Okay, so magma, got one of those. A ghast tear we've got, and a lapis block we have. Magma cream, blah blah blah. I can't remember. I've forgotten what the last one was. Magma cream. Amazing how you can forget. Magma, obsidian, and it was obviously the one that was least uncommon as well. And we need a certain amount of life, so we'll just bop you for a bit, and we'll start cooking these up. Okay, thank you. One of them. Tell you something, I'm glad I made these speed runes. They have made a big difference to this process. We may have to speed up our villager spawner, however. Just putting it out there. Fill it up, come on. Right, so if we're using these are going with 4 diamonds and a stick. Okay, diamonds, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the stick. It's amazing, actually. I wonder how many, if somebody sat down and counted, I'm not suggesting anybody does, but I wonder how many of these would require. Is it that way around? Yeah, there we go. Ritual diviner bound to me. So if we were to go through and look at the well of suffering, and just shift and right click to, we can't make it, of course, because this is the basic one. You thought I'd forgotten, didn't you? I had. Ritual diviner dusk needs 2 demonic slates, so we need imbued slates. We got 1. Let's take one of these and pop that in there. Hang on. Let's take that and make that 32. Let's put those back in there. And we can cook this up. Right, so I need to cook these 2 up. That's gone through there, and then what we need to do is we need to change you to 1. I think I'm going to have to cook another one of those up, because I'm going to yeah, because maths, and I really can't be bothered to take this all apart. Green wise, we're coming along nicely. We're starting to get some greenery around here. I've decided to oh, hang on, let me get, so where did that go? Oh, he's made a demonic slate. Oh, that's fine. Alright, we'll stick another one through just to keep our numbers up, just to remind me that those are there. That's the thing. We should get a demonic slate any time. We may run out of blood before that. Oh, yeah, we've run out of blood. Damn it. Wait for some willing donors. Problem is we're losing progress now. But, yeah, well. Come on. Oh, damn you. Tell you what. We'll just go there. Right, so we're going to change you back to 64s. We're going to change you back to 32, and we're going to leave you at 16. We need 2 of those, and what did we need for the improved one? 2 blocks of coal in the altar. With... Oh, damn it, stop giving me that crap. Right, how much life have we got in there? 3,800, and we need 2,000 per. So I just need to wait for another one. Then we'll get the actual one we need. Right. Make me 2 of those. Wow, doesn't hang around with these speed runes. And then we're going to get our crafting paddle, and we are going to go and pop you with that and 2 demonic slates to give us that one. And then the Serenade of the Nether, Well of Suffering. Now this should tell us, if we shift, we need 36 runes, so we actually need 40 because we need a master as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and let me just butcher these a bit. We'll go down and make the I think we should have everything we need here. If I can just find storage amongst that lot. That's not storage there. It's a pain in the... Oh, that's not what I wanted, is it? There we go. Right. Ritual. We're going to need obsidian. Alright, well that's easily fixed. Forge. I never actually did get around to making these go in automatically, did I? Doesn't matter. For the amount you actually use it, it's not that big an issue. So we're going for the ritual stones. We need our top blood orb. So 4, right. Oh, damn. Didn't mean to do that. Orb. Gimme 40. So that's that, and then we want the ritual stone, and we want a master ritual stone, which is going to be all of that plus that gives me one of those. Excellent. So 36 and 1, that's fine. Now there's one other thing we're going to need, and that is the activation crystal. And there is the weak activation and the awakened activation, which uses... we just need a weak lava crystal. Oh, okay. I'm not going to argue. I thought you needed the better one, but we need 3 buckets of lava. Bet I have not got that buckets on me, have I? 1. Give me some iron then. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. Oh dear. And get 3 buckets of lava, and we shall be... Wow, got lots of buckets of lava. Okay, we need the activation crystal, so we need to make one of those. Which, can we do that with that? Yes, we can, thank you. Lovely. That lot can go back. Blood altar. Oh, I love blood. You know, I actually honestly think blood magic is one of my favourite magic mods. Drink it up. That's good. Drink. There you go. Weakened activation. Now, why? I mean, there's no way. Yes, Archmage Blood Orb. So that must be the activation crystal you need. I can't see any other reason why it wouldn't be the activation crystal we need. Alright, let's just kill a whole bunch of these. We need to go down and turn their spawner off, because otherwise it's going to be annoying. There you go, and we'll just go and kill the last ones. And then we'll probably need to look at... I know that's full, but, you know, needed doing. We probably need to think about where we're going to place this, and I also need to start taking out all of this. And this. And I know it's a waste of glass, but so what? Only glass. Like so. And then if I get a bit of this going, and now normally what I would do is come down 1, 2, 3, and I would put my master ritual stone here, because that allows me to get in and out. So let's start placing it, shall we? Are we there? We should be now. So that always fits neatly just into that slot. I like it so. Just bear with me a second. Alright, I've got this out. This is in the ritual. What I want to do now, however, is I would like, and I've got loads of glass and loads of everything else. So we're going to take the disturbed spawner out. We're going to take all of this lot out, the whole structure. This was only temporary, just to get us through the initial phase. And then we're going to lower it down. We're going to center it underneath the ritual, just because I like that. I like things centered. It's a little bit anally retentive, I'm sure, but that's me. So yeah, just take all of it out, and then pop a little better lit chamber in the middle of the thing. The entire thing could have just been shifted over, but I really don't like this structure. So rip it out, all the way out, and it will give me the opportunity to stick just a very simple redstone control on it as well, I think, because why wouldn't I, eh? So I'm going to rip all this out. I'm going to rebuild things before we activate this, and put that thing back in there and get it all sorted, and be back with you in a mo. Alright, so I'm sticking a redstone receiver in here, and we are going to pair this. This is on channel -1 at the moment. That's fine. We'll pair it up, and oops, everything will be good and happy, and then we can stick our villager spawner in here, and they can feed my well of suffering. That's the idea. And then we'll have a remote control section, you know, thingy here. You know what I should have done? In fact, I'm going to do, because I hate this glass texture. I'll grab probably another stack, and we shall make this out of mana glass. I think it'll look nicer. I know the looks are largely unimportant, but yeah, let's make it out of mana glass, because we can. And you know, it's actually very cheap to run as well, because you know this stuff is well, pretty damn quick for one. And we've got cakes coming out the wazoo. So Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, and a little bit more. There we go. How many cakes have we got actually? Cake. 1,600. Yeah, I think we're good for cake for a while. Blood altar, please. Thank you. And much nicer. Anyway, so this is going to go in. We're going to have the spawner is going to be on redstone signal on. And we'll have it 3 high as well, just so there's no chance that they can spawn on the edge. And then we should be able to activate the ritual, or the well. And then there's the final test, which is run down to the chicken coop and make sure that we're not killing our chickens. Because that would be quite literally the worst thing that could happen. So, redstone on. So you shouldn't be spawning anything right now. We shall go and, we basically right click on a receiver to use the channel. Hang on. No? Other way around? Mike, I'm never certain how some of this stuff works, you know. I fully realise I am a complete noob when it comes to this kind of thing. Oh, that's not going to help me, is it? Neither is that going to help me. What I actually need is a lever. Oh, hang on. Of course. Stone of cobble variety, and we'll get a stick. And then the world is good and happy. We'll stick a lever there, and we shall stick our transmitter. Do I need I think I probably need a wrench of some description. Channel 2, okay, that's fine. Pair it. Alright, why is that being so damned awkward then? Shift, right click on a transmitter or other receiver to link. Don't know why it refused to do it that one. I was definitely right clicking the damn thing. And pop that in, and that is going up. So, in theory, turn that on. Spawns. Turn it off. Doesn't spawn. Okay, last bit before I activate. Speed upgrades. These ones specifically. So I need to put those through a weighted. Hold on, let me just check. Can I make them? No. Okay, so weighted pressure plates through a resonator. Stack of those. I think the resonator's up here, isn't it? It is. Ironically, could use a speed upgrade. Doesn't matter. I'm not sure how many I put into the other one, to be honest. Haven't I got some doohickey that allows me to check? I thought I had a doohickey that allows me to check my network. Somewhere. A doohickey hoojumaflob. No? Not on me. Okay. Well, I've got 4. Let's go with that for now. Come here. So, uses for those are speed upgrades. Make those. Stick those in. Give me 4. Let's try those for starters and we'll see just how they go. So that is draining 4 potentially. Speed upgrade. Do your thing. Is it doing my thing? Yeah, it seems to be actually pretty quick. Right, let's activate this thing then. Let me just double check. I've got no idea. I can't remember the thing, but we got 180,000. That's doing its thing. More importantly, let's get down to the chickens. They seem happy. However, that thing is definitely working. All right, let's see what we like over here now. 64. We're missing a whole load of slates. Let's give it a whole load of that. That's barely touching it, is it? Well, the nice thing is, therefore, all of this and that and that and all of this can come out. We can go and get a seared brick stair and replace. Oh, hang on. Just spotted something. Let me. What do we want? Yet a wrench could go away. Let me get one of those. Much better. It's a much nicer sound, isn't it, than those things down there going. Being annoyingly annoying. A much nicer sound. It has to be said. Anyways, we are pretty good. Blood magic shouldn't require that or that for a while. Keep that out and that out, and we shouldn't require that for a while. So realistically, the only other thing left to do is maybe, well, apart from turning off that, maybe put some more speed upgrades in there, which we should be able to do. And if I go to the home, where are we? There's somewhere. Hang on, there we go. That'll get us down. This tree is getting harder and harder to navigate, it has to be said. And there we go. We'll take some of those. We can make some more speed upgrades. What do you reckon? Another. Let's make. Well, make 20, shall we? I think 20 is good. It's not complete. It is, to be fair, a completely arbitrary number. But 1, 2, 3, 4. That is. I don't know whether how fast it is comparatively or not. pretty good actually. I can live with that. So the only question then is, do I want some kind of vacuum, or maybe a vacuum chest just to collect the bags? Maybe. So I don't know whether I've got what we need in here. Let's have a look. That requires that, which requires that, which we haven't got. All right, forget it for the time being. If I got it, I would have done it, but we'll throw that together next episode, I think. But on the let me have a look. You know, while we're talking, so pulsating iron is iron and ender pearls, pearl, and 16 iron. Yeah. So that puts us in a position where I think we've more or less got, I'll just let this finish as well. We've more or less got the blood altar automated. We now just need to make the tier 5, which I believe is the quest. If I can find my quest book, I will tell you. Well, we've definitely done that one by now. Travel to the bottom of the nether using a boat. Yeah, that would really not be sensible, would it? But we're getting, I mean, to be honest, this kind of thing is largely immaterial to me now. You know, this kind of stuff is, especially like, you know, these stupid things. I've been told that the array and the solar might be the way forward. Now, one thing I'm thinking is we could potentially make this bigger. We can make a bigger reactor for the meantime, and come up a few levels, make it bigger out this way, bigger out this way, bigger out that way to perhaps here, and then we can kind of incorporate it in that. So that, and we will have absolutely got the alloys. If you go, we will have all the materials because, well, let's face facts. You know, graphite 6,500, steel. We've got everything we need, I think, for it. And at the moment, we've just about used. I'm very tempted actually to change this over to compact it and then start feeding in blocks. Really, it's really that level of usage. I think we probably need to think about doing that next episode. But on that note, I am going to call it an episode. I am going to stop waffling, and I will there we go. I will see you next time. But until then, thanks for watching, and bye for now.